So, this point of the show is typically going to have me covering like one subject or storyline of interest in some structured, opinionated essay form, trying to bring a subject to light like the crazed development of entitlement by sports fans. Example Drake at a high school basketball game. That's psycho. Or how the NFL draft combine is basically a modern day form of a slave trading block, except now with white guys. Because progress. I might even try to do some type of game or sketch with friends, or have you all do the work with me through some voicemail subjects where we can hear each other out on whatever wild topic comes to mind. Like what made you realize you weren't cut out for playing a sport? Because I know I can pinpoint my this ain't it moment from high school football. But for this first show, I'd like you to just humor and indulge me for a moment while I do some reflecting that kind of explains what this is all about, what it's all for, and ultimately just to thank you for being here right now and supporting this crazy journey. And this all can really be summed up through the name of the show, the 323, or 323, however you want to say it. Those numbers, 3, 2, and 3. Some may wonder why I went with that specifically, and outside of the fact that it meshes and rhymes pretty well, the 323 with Reid Murphy. Sounds like Amanda Gorman or Malik Yusuf should be reading it. Outside of the rhyming, they're just numbers, and just numbers I can't escape from. Whether it's the score of a game, or lottery numbers, the date, or most commonly the time of the day, I will see 323 or 323 every single day. And that's something I inherited from my dad, Mike Murphy. His birthday was March 23rd, 323. And somehow he worked it into his mind for years that he would see the digits 323 every day. He believed it was a spiritual thing. I thought it was a psychological thing. And now I believe it could be a healthy blend of both. Why not? But nevertheless, constantly seeing him point out the numbers led to me starting to notice it every day as well. And while I found it annoying as hell at first, it became like comfort food through all of our shared favorite year, 2020. See, I think the majority of us can agree that 2020 was an awful year. And I'd like to take this moment to apologize for that. Because in January of 2020, as my dad's multi-year fight with cancer started to really go downhill fast, everything for me started to go off the rails quickly. This is how my week went near the end of that month. So, I got dumped on like a Monday or a Tuesday over text. That sucked, it stung, but, ultimately bigger things were going on at that moment. Then, that Saturday, my dad passed away. He was my best friend, my lifelong coach, my Sunday football buddy, and just the best of everybody that he met. He was the Black Jack Pearson, for those of you that watch This Is Us. Or maybe Jack is the white Mike Murphy. Anywho, that really hurts. So the next day, my mom and I are both grieving and in a daze, and I try to cope in the best way I've known and how Dad taught me. Watching sports, particularly football. Anything to distract my mind for a bit, even if it's the most depressing NFL game of the year. The Pro Bowl. But damn, was it good to have it on that day. Until a few minutes into the game, when the breaking news took over. Kobe Bryant, my childhood sports idol, had died in a helicopter crash along with his daughter Gianna. Like, holy shit. Holy shit. I was shocked and then uttered the words that cursed us all. Because the universe can be a bitch sometimes. I said, wow. Well, there's no way this year could get any worse. Enter a whole ass pandemic, leaving us all stranded in our homes with fear over the coronavirus, a completely new way of life, and nothing but news about the death toll, new strains, or the chaos of the 2020 election. And Tiger King. Not even sports could save us, with almost everything shut down except glorious, glorious 4 a.m. Korean baseball. Shout out to the NC Dinos. But 2020 ended up being a roller coaster of emotion for me, because despite the truly awful start, I did also see plenty of good come out of the year. I ended up meeting a girl who's become a true blessing to me and has helped me to discover a kind of love I didn't even really know I could feel. And that's gross. It's sappy. But it's true. And I'm cool with it. I also started hustling harder at work, saving more money than ever before. I got into counseling to help keep everything in check and not just try to live behind a strong face. I got back into school after a couple years of being out, back to VCU. I feel more committed than ever to making my way in this crazy industry of sports media and broadcasting. Even my Washington football team finally made some positive strides and a playoff appearance. And they did it on brand with a losing season. How about that? And throughout all these ups and downs, all these events and landmarks, the one constant that appeared every day in this crazy ass year, literally like clockwork, were those damn digits. 323. Numbers that started off wildly annoying, but became so comforting. And ultimately, they became the perfect symbol for what I want this show and eventually the entire network and platform to be. A consistent sense of comfort. Something that you'll be able to find a way to connect with, whether it's through sports or obscure music or TV that I like Krung Bean or HBO's The Leftovers. This show, this network, the wonderful, talented people and friends like the tennis stars Taylor and Jeremiah, you'll meet them. The living legend himself, Ray Ray, our blind mice Captain Sarah, the best movie critic I know, Travis, the daycare Foursquare Hall of Famer, Leanne, the Dirty Boys, the damn Dirty Boys. You'll get to meet some of them. So damn many more that I'm hoping to spotlight over time. But at least just want to thank right now for making me better, helping me grow in so many ways. I love them, and hopefully they'll be able to help this grow too. Hopefully you'll be able to experience them, because it's really an experience with some of them. It'll all hopefully become a consistent presence for you that no matter how much it may annoy you at times, or you may find yourself disagreeing with, it will find a way to your heart, just like those digits have always done for me. It'll find a way to change and revolutionize the game, and it's going to be here for you when you really need it, no matter what or when, like clockwork.